Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're going to be working on the Z32 here. We're going to get the engine out today and start prepping the engine bay for the 5.3 over there. We're going to go ahead and get the headlights off, the plenum.
That is the nose panel.
The nose panel and the front bumper off, and probably take the radiator out, and I'll update you guys after we do that. Alright, crash bar's off, radiator's out, battery's out. We're trying to get some of these air ducts out that we don't need, obviously. I think next we're gonna get this wiring harness undone and see what we need to get done underneath the car and get some of these fuel lines out of the way. So I'll update you guys after we get the top of the wiring harness off. We're back. The wiring harness is right there. It's off. Now we gotta crawl under this and see what else we gotta take off.
You have to crawl under it. I'm not going under there.
We gotta get the AC compressor off. We gotta get power steering off. We gotta get the alternator off. And we gotta see what wires are connected to the transmission. We might keep the transmission in the car for now and just pull the motor, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Back with another update. Alternator is out. AC compressor's out. Still gotta get the power steering pump out. And we can get a better look at the hole in the block. If I can get it on video. It's kind of hard to get it on video. But you can definitely see down there. You can see the windage tray. You can see maybe connecting rod in there. It doesn't look too pretty.
That's good.
And this came out too. This is where the oil pan bolts to the block. So yeah. We're gonna call it a night right here, but we'll be back on it tomorrow to get the power steering pump out and to get the wires off and get the exhaust off. Yeah. See ya. What's up, guys? We're back. It's now Saturday. Don't have any help right now, but hopefully I'll get some soon. We're gonna try to get this power steering pump off, and hopefully I can get the starter out and the exhaust. The exhaust is the big thing that I'm worried about, but I'll go ahead and get started and get this power steering pump off. All right, power steering pump's now out. I think I'm gonna get the starter out next, which is obviously underneath the motor, and it's very dirty down there, so we'll see how dirty I get. All right, so it turns out I don't actually need to get the starter out because it bolts to the transmission rather than the back of the motor. So I'm gonna try to get some of these zip ties undone for this wiring harness for the alternator and the starter. And really all I need to do is to get the bolts off the bell housing. If I can do that, I don't have to pull the transmission with the motor, which would be preferred because I don't really know where to put it, and we're gonna use that transmission for the LS swap. The wiring harness is now free on this side. There were like two zip ties holding it to the motor. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get these bell housing bolts out. And then I gotta figure out what to do with the exhaust because it looks like it's welded. So I might have to go borrow a sawzall, but we'll see. So I've gotten about 5 of the bell housing bolts off right now. Still have to do the passenger side, and there's one on the very top. So I might have to take off this intake to get the one on the very top because they are a pain to get to, and all of these are torqued down tight. I just remembered I also have to get the heater core hoses off, and I think they're right here. I'm not sure, but I'll figure that out. Like I said, I'll probably take this intake off so I can get back there, and I'll keep you guys updated. Alright, so I got the intake off, and what I'm trying to do is trying to get back here to get that bell housing bolt. But I'm gonna have to cut some of this stuff out, but we'll see. Wow, that was terrible. I finally got all the bell housing bolts out. The two on the top were terrible. There's one right there with the light is shining, and then there's one like 6 inches on the other side at the top, and that one was terrible to get to because there's so much crap in the way right here. So I had to go from underneath the car with 2 wrenches and break it with a wrench. But I finally got them all, and they were all very, very tight. The last thing holding this motor in is both exhaust pipes, which I don't have a Sawzall, so I'm gonna have to find one of those to borrow. And then I've got to figure out how to undo these engine mounts, and she's ready to come out. I will find a Sawzall now so I can cut the exhaust. Exhaust pipes are now cut. The only thing holding this motor in now is the motor mounts. So let me try to get those out, and we'll start getting this thing pulled. Finally got both engine mounts unbolted. There's just one nut on this side and one nut on this side. This one's kind of hard to get to with the power steering pump still right here, but that's it for the engine mounts. I do have the chain on here, and I've got the engine hoist right here. We're about to pull this. I'm gonna set up the tripod so I can get a time lapse of this. So I'll see you guys after this is out. Now that this is finally out, show you better close up on the hole in the block. Doesn't look too good in there, but on this connecting rod, it's pointing down, because that doesn't look too good. Wow. So that's gonna be it for this video. I finally got this VG out of a Z32. Hopefully next video it'll be us putting the LS into the Z32 here. I just got to get this F10 sold so that I can buy the swap kit. Swap kit comes with new engine mounts for the LS, transmission adapter, flywheel, a bunch of stuff that I need to do this engine swap. And then after I get that, I gotta get a wiring harness for this, I gotta get a new ECU for this, and I gotta figure out what to do with the exhaust and the cooling. But hopefully next time I update you guys, we'll be putting the LS in. See you guys. Thank you.